in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the #1 misunderstood cause of scoliosis. This affects a lot of people, so please stay tuned for this entire video. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe with 2 Minutes to Better Health. Well, most people have heard of scoliosis. Maybe they don't have it, so you don't think much about it. It's youth in school. They do that bend over test. They look for that kind of rib humping that goes on in the shoulders to see if there's an imbalance, or you can look at someone's shoulders and maybe determine it through that. But what is it? Well, ultimately you can see it's a sideways curve of the spine. Now, in a mild level, most people will never know that they even have this. As it gets higher, towards like 20% or more, you're going to start to definitely see a significant deformity occurring in that. If it's above 40%, absolute a surgical situation at that point, because it can compromise the internal organs. But let's find out a little bit more about it, because I want you to understand there's one cause that I believe is one of the biggest contributors, but it would fall in the category of unknown causes of scoliosis. 2 to 3% of the population has this. I believe it's actually higher because most people don't even realize they do, but upwards of 200 million Americans, so it's a pretty significant number of people. 80% of people who have it have what's called an idiopathic scoliosis. It's an unknown cause, and it occurs more frequently in girls than boys. They're not exactly sure why, but I may have some insights as to why that might occur. And in most cases, it does not require surgery, which is a great blessing for those people to have high functioning lives and no issues. And many athletes actually have it, including the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt. So don't think that if you have this, it's going to be some major inhibition to the things that you do. But many people that have it have a lot more pain as a result of this, and it can affect them in function in many different ways. So especially as a young child, that's when you want to find out about this. And if you can understand where this comes from, it may help you to stop your children from having a more significant situation. Now, if you look at this young girl from the back here, you can see that kind of the shoulder blades have a slightly different look on one side than the other. As they bend over, there's a significant kind of rounding or humping of that one side than the other, and you can see it on the opposite side over here. So that's a more significant case. That'd be probably well over 20 to 30 degrees. However, what I want to show you is a very low, early level of this, okay? So this is an x-ray of someone, and you can look at them, and it's from behind here. So look at the pelvis here. So if you look at this line that comes across, this is them standing with no shoes on. So it's basically exactly what their anatomy is doing with no shoes on. So you can see that the pelvis is a little bit higher on the one side than the other. So this red line is showing an imbalance. So that person would actually be tilting to the right. This is a young child. And if you look, this is actually a foot scan to show where some of the cause of this problem is actually occurring from. And it shows this is what a normal foot should look like, and this is the compression of the feet. So this shows this darker red here, there's a lot more weight being put on that. Actually, 56% of the weight's being put on the right side versus on the left. And in part, that would make sense because they have a tilt to that side because they have a shorter leg on that side. However, it's not the bones of the legs that are actually shorter, it's the arches of the foot. And that is what this video is about. The arches of the foot, if imbalanced, can cause an unleveling of the pelvis and can actually cause someone to tilt to the side. When you're young and you do this, okay, your body's not going to want that, so it's going to try to curve in the other direction, and it will create an S curve. So the scoliosis would tilt to the side and then curve back towards the other to try to keep your brain and your skull bones over your sacrum. So that's important to understand. You can see there's this kind of tilted situation going on over to that side. And if you can catch this early on in someone, a simple little lift, I'm talking a 1/4 inch lift or less in a shoe, not an actual different type of shoe, but inside someone's shoe underneath their insert, can actually elevate the pelvis, level this off, and as they grow, that scoliosis will not develop. That is key. So idiopathic meaning unknown, but in many cases it's because they're never looking below the pelvis, below the spine, where the problems may be. So if it's a little bit short on the one side, a little bit of a lift, or an arch support, in this case even preferred, would actually elevate the arch, elevate the foot, level this person off, and this would no longer be there. And you can even see there's a very, very mild tilt. It's not even a scoliosis at this point starting to develop. This happens to be my younger daughter that has this, and as a result, we've had a lift in her shoe for years, helping her as she went through a major growth spurt to not develop into a major situation like this. And that would be something that would be horrible for her to have to occur if we could do a simple thing like this. So my goal is to educate parents and grandparents about this. Yes, go to school, have those things checked out when they're young so that it doesn't turn into something like this, but they're not looking at their feet, they're not looking at the arches and these leg length imbalances. If you catch them early, you can stop a major issue down the road. If you have any questions about this, please reach out to us or a local chiropractor or doctor in your area that may deal with this. But I believe that many, many people, thousands upon thousands, can be helped by doing doing simple things like this. A scan like this is free. It costs you nothing. You can find out more about it and make that change early on in life and help support that child turning into an adult for the rest of their lives. So thanks for watching this today. Please share this with others. I believe this can make a major difference for so many people. You can see I'm a little bit emphatic about it because it did affect my family, but fortunately we caught it early and she's going to be blessed as a result of that. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Look forward to seeing you in a future video. Talk soon.